Alright, just check it out. Good morning. Hey, what's up, Chaos Paddlers? Good morning. How you doing, brother? Alright, we are good to go. Let me pop out my chat. Let's make that bigger. I got good eyesight, but it ain't that good. Alright. Welcome to my kitchen. Let's see, we got Chaos in here. What's going on, bro? Just making some breakfast. Today I'm going to be making breakfast burritos. It's going to have some potato, a little bit of egg, sausage, bacon, and we're going to top it with some cheese and some salsa. I'm going to do it a couple ways. Robert Roy, good morning. How you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to my kitchen, brother. So yeah. I'm going to be starting out by, actually no potatoes. I'm going to be starting out with some coffee. Coffee is a blessing in the morning. You know, nothing better than a good hearty meal in the morning and some coffee. So yeah, we're going to doctor this up really quick. Let's see, let's get some sugar. So how's you guys' morning going so far? I got a long weekend ahead of me. Hey, good morning, AB. How you doing, brother? Kentucky Catman. Hey, bro, how you doing? Good morning. Just starting off with some coffee. Get this live stream going. How you guys like the new setup? You know, I got the camera over here, that way you can see everything I'm doing. Let's put this over here. Luis Palamo, hey, good morning. Got that Punisher coffee cup. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, it's hot. All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna start off by just prepping some potatoes. Really super easy. You know, this breakfast, you know, that's kind of like why I want to show it, because it's really super easy. You know, if you're like me and you got to work Monday through Friday, you got kids, you're trying to get your kids ready. Stan Leroy, hey, good morning, bro. You know, you got to get your kids ready, send them off to school, and you're trying to make breakfast. Actually, meal prepping sometimes actually works. So say if I wake up early on Monday morning, I'll make it big, so that way I could just put it in a tub and put it in the fridge, so that way whatever they don't eat, we'll have that in the morning the next day. So it's a good little tip. But yeah, this is a really good hearty meal. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You know, if you ever caught yourself where you're at work and you're grumpy and you're just not feeling your day, that's one, you didn't have your coffee, or two, you didn't have a good breakfast. So yeah, most important, have a really good breakfast before you head to work, and make sure you get your coffee. Just skin these really quick. Now I am making a little bit more than usual. My Gadget Kitchen, good morning, Crystal. How you doing? Now I'm making a little bit more than usual. As you can see, probably what I'm making right now, I got 4 potatoes. I have a pack of sausages. And I'm going to be using about a half a pack of bacon. So that could probably be two breakfasts for my family. I got 3 kids and then my wife also. So yeah, it's a good little meal prep. Plus, when you make it into burritos, it's really awesome. And actually, Crystal, hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm actually gonna be doing something on my air fryer at the end. So hope you stay tuned. Yes, hit that like button. Yep, 2 webcams, man. Hey, I'm loving it. You know, Robert, I've been having so many problems with my cell phone. You know, the app crashing. It's just been more of a headache than anything. And so I decided just to step it up a little bit and get some webcam. Well, actually, I was donated these webcams, you know, by another YouTuber. You know, well, he's not a YouTuber, he has a YouTube channel, you know, just an account. And, you know, he wanted me to make sure I had a good solid setup. And he's a close friend of mine. So yeah, thank you so much. Crutch 22068 is his name. But yeah, thank you so much, man. What else we got here? We got Burning Rubber Garage. Good morning, brother. We got New Level Auto, Ripper Tip Outdoors. How you guys doing? We're doing a big breakfast today. And when I mean big, I'm saying big because we're going to be using it for 2 meals. So tomorrow's Father's Day, so hopefully I can use half of this meal to make, you know, breakfast the next day. Yeah, meal prepping is always a good thing, especially if you're busy like me. You know, you work 40 plus hours a week. You know, there's days where I come home, I don't even want to cook. So for me to wake up and have to cook again, yeah, it becomes more of a chore. Alright, so we got all our stuff here. Put this aside. My cuisine art knife set that I'm going to be giving away. Really good knife set. So basically we're going to just cut our potatoes in half. And we're going to cut those halves in half, and then we're just going to give them slices, and then we're going to chop. Just like that. Let me get my little tub. Is anybody else here? Yeah, next thing I'm going to be working on, something where I can actually put maybe a TV right here, or like a little monitor, so that way, as I'm looking at comments, it looks like I'm looking at you guys. So that's going to be my next little thing I'm going to be working on. You know, I hate having to look down and I look at the video and I'm like looking that way, and you know, my camera's actually right here, so. Sorry if I get quiet. You know, I just enjoy the cooking process, so it allows me to, you know, just focus on what I'm going to be doing next. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm a big food head. Actually, cooking is my therapy. If I have a really bad day at work, you know, and come home and make some dinner, it throws my mind off a little bit, which is good because it allows me, especially if it's something that I'm trying to make like special, you know, or something that I just want to make delicious, you know, just like a new recipe or something. You know, it throws my mind off in like a little zone, and kind of, you know, work just goes away after that. So that's where my huge passion of cooking came from. You know, just being able to get in the zone and just zone out and just focus on what I'm cooking. But you know, 8 in the morning, right back to it. Just gonna, almost there, spilling. I hear my kids waking up. Hey, it's weird that they're actually up. I'm always fighting with them to get ready for school. We got barbecue pit dog. Rob, good morning, my friend. We got David from DR Outdoors. How you doing, brother? Yeah, but the filling that I'm making right now for these burritos is really, really delicious. And, you know, like I said, breakfast is your most important meal of the day. It's not only delicious, but it's filling. It'll keep you going till lunchtime. Sometimes, you know, I take a late lunch. I work in technical support, so there's times where I'm out and about and I don't get to eat till maybe sometimes 2:30 in the afternoon. So if I eat, say it's 7:30 in the morning, you know, 2:30 I'm starving. I see we got Leprechaun TV. How you doing, my friend? So yeah, you want something to hold you off. And so yeah, meal prep. That's today's theme, meal prep. Alright, almost there, almost there. We got. So Leprechaun, we have a loaded burrito, breakfast burrito is what I guess I can call it. Basically, I'm gonna make a burrito with some potato, sausage, egg, bacon. We're gonna top it with some cheese, and then we're gonna give it some love from my fresh salsa that I made. Flubbin' Epic. Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, welcome to the stream. Yes, get your fat pants ready. Please put on your stretchy pants because we're going to be making up something delicious. Alright, so we got our potatoes all done. Just washed off my knife. Don't want none of that starch on there. Same thing with our cutting board. Alright, little tip to get these a little bit crunchier. Soak your potatoes in a little bit of water for a little bit. I was always told like 30 minutes, but actually I try to get the cooks done so fast. I just put it in there, get my pan going, and then dry them out, and then I'll throw them on there. So it's only like literally like 5, 6, 7 minutes, 8 tops if anything. I just give them a quick wash, get some of that starch off. Alright, now we've got that. Sounds delicious. Yeah, it sure is gonna be. Yeah, move that right there. Wish I had a cameraman or a camera person. That way I could just do my thing. Let's see here. Okay, so let's chop up some sausage and half of this bacon. Well, the sausage is already thawed out. Usually when I do it in the morning, it's frozen, so. And I can basically pull it apart. I'll leave that one there. Yeah. Yeah, so when I make this, it's like a double whammy of pork. Because you got the, not only do you have the pork sausage, but you have the bacon, So yeah, it really comes in. Kind of want to just mash this, make it like a sauce, like a ground meat. Yeah, we'll use the bigger package for this. Nothing better than bacon, right? Can't go wrong with too much pork. Hey, that's correct. So we're just gonna give it a couple slices like this, you know, so that way you have little bits. I mean, the fat's gonna render down, so you're just gonna have a little bit of a bacon bit right there. Man, this smokiness. It's that Applewood bacon by Foreman. I love it. To be honest, if I could make my own bacon, if I had the patience to make my own bacon, I would do it. It's just I don't have the patience to sit for a long cold smoke. Then you gotta mess with temperatures and stuff like that. Actually, AB could probably do that with his Rectech. Alright, we are good there. Pork's done, or ready. Bacon's ready. So let's get these potatoes cooking. Always properly wash your equipment. The only reason why I'm washing these, my knives, is because I'm trying to really take care of these this knife set. So as soon as I'm done with it, I'll just give it a quick wash and just throw it back in the sink. Because if not, you know, things get thrown around in your sink, and you know, next thing you know, you got a broken knife. And yeah, I really want to take care of that knife set. I dig it really good. I see Jay Wade up in the house. Where you at? Yo, hey, good morning, Jay Wade. All right, so we're gonna reposition this because I'm gonna bring out a pan. Live cooking with no production. It's awesome, right? All right. Now, the potatoes is like the only part that's gonna take the longest. The sausage and bacon, I mean, that basically cooks really fast. So what I do, how I start off is I start with my potatoes first. And then once the potatoes get done, you know, they start to get a little that crisp, then I'll throw in the bacon and sausage. Or you could do it separate. I mean, if you're trying to like, actually I am going to do them separate. That way, you know, you can separate that fat. That way you can only take out the sausage and the bacon. But there is a lot of people that love to cook with bacon fat. So if you're that type of person, then just go ahead and mix it all together. But there is days I'll catch myself, I'm in a rush and I'm just trying to get dinner done, or breakfast done. So I got extra virgin olive oil. So yeah, I'm trying to get breakfast done and I just mix it all together. So when you put the eggs, actually, the eggs soak up all the fat. See, we got a good shot here. Let's move this. Right there. Yes, always dry your knives. Alright, that'll take a little, like a second. Catch up on a little bit of comments. Putting in anything spicy? Unfortunately, you know, let me explain when it comes to spicy food. Since I have kids I have to feed, my main dish, or everything that I make, I don't make spicy. I wish I could because I mean I love using chili flakes. I found here, I have it right here. Here locally we have a whole lot of Mexican influences. You know what? My mom probably put it away. My mom's my nanny, so she's yeah, I don't find it. But it's a smoked chipotle powder. And man, I made a barbecue rub with it one day, and it's like phenomenal. So like I tried using it like on certain stuff, like Mexican dishes and stuff like that, and it came out really good. But the thing is, it's really, really spicy. So yeah, I mean, I wish I could, but so what I do is I just I keep it minimal spices. You know, the only thing I'll probably add is pepper, and just a little bit of that because you know I don't want the kids complaining that it's too spicy. And then that's why I make so much salsa, because I can make whatever I'm gonna make, and that way they can eat it, and I'll just put salsa on it. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm almost to that 1,000. Let's see, where we at? 980. So yeah, that big hamburger right here, that's my subscriber count. So I'm 20 away. So share this stream, that way you're, you know, some friends or something, you know. Just saying. Plus I get a cool little notification when somebody subscribes. Alright. Looks like we're ready to go. Always test your oil. Yeah. Can't forget the coffee. Hey, thank you, Leprechaun. Let's see, I know I'm probably missing some comments here. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to multitask and look at a small little chat. The chat's really small on my laptop. When I did the live on Thursday, I had my TV out, but I don't have that much. I got like that much space from the wall to my refrigerator, so where you're at right now is taking up all the spot. Alright, so basically simple seasoning. Salt, pepper, which is a must for me. Salt, you've got to have good flavored food. Salt and pepper is a must. And then next on the list would be garlic powder. If you're not using fresh garlic, you got to put garlic powder. A little bit of salt there. Now, the bacon does have, you know, a sodium to it, so you don't have to go all crazy with salt. There. So I have this kind of medium to high heat. Go ahead and mix everything in there. Get all those seasonings all over your, you know, mixed around on your potatoes. Okay, you just kind of want to flatten things out so that way it cooks faster. Now you got two options. You can cook it like that, and you don't keep so much of the juice in, or you can cover it. If you're covering it, will allow the potato to cook a little bit faster. So that's just something to note. I'm always in a rush, you know, going to work, so yeah, I'm trying to make everything fast. A live stream junkie. Hey, well, that's good to know. Hey, I'm always here Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. No? Leprechaun, no, I didn't dry them. Hey, I don't see much of a difference drying them. I just, you know, let the water drain out as much because the potato actually has some juice. Like cooking a steak till it's jerky. I guess, yeah. I mean, who wants to eat an unseasoned french fry? But yeah, I didn't pat them down or anything. I just drained all the water out and to the point where there was like no water coming out. But you know, I didn't have that much oil in there, so you're not gonna have that oil fire cracking back. Oh yeah, coffee is good. So I'm actually gonna do it at the end. I'm gonna do it once I get everything rolling. I'm gonna show you how you can meal prep this at the end. You know, I'm Mexican, so I eat a lot of burritos, tacos, things like that. But you can actually turn this meal into a decent frozen burrito. And you just throw it in the freezer, let it freeze up, and then in the morning you just take out your air fryer and just pop in 4. Let it cook for like 5 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes. Yeah, it's 5 minutes frozen. Give it a flip, spray some oil on there, and then another 4 to 5 minutes, depending on what kind of air fryer you have. You know, each different air fryer cooks differently. You know, they hold their heat a lot better. So on mine, it's 5 minutes the first time, 4 minutes the next, and then next thing you know, you got breakfast ready. Now you're sending all your kids out with breakfast burritos. Light brown. Not sure what that's for. Yeah, you want to make sure you break them all apart so that way they can get that nice golden crust on there, and spread them out too. That way they're cooking evenly. Now this is the easy part. Well, it's all easy. Like AB would say, this is probably like a 2. Yeah, breakfast is easy cooking, man. Oh, I think I got some pepper in my nose. It's been itching me since I seasoned it. It's like there. Don't you guys hate it when you're seasoning something and you put pepper in there and all of a sudden you just get it like all in your nose? That's where I'm at right now. Hey, you know what? Breakfast burritos are a good thing because you don't need a plate. You could just wrap it, take it to go. You can put everything in there and you ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me see. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna just chop up some, or not chop up. I'm gonna shred up some cheese. Ain't nothing better with a bunch of cheese, bacon and cheese. That's the stuff right there, bacon and cheese. If you got bacon in it and you got some cheese in it, you're gonna have an epic meal. Not just a little bit either. Not just a little bit of cheese. You know, like when you go to McDonald's and you buy extra cheese and they give you 1 slice. No, I'm talking about a lot of cheese. Give me like $2 portions, $3. Put this back in the fridge. So it's Father's Day weekend. What do you guys got planned for you fathers? Oh, and women. What do you got planned for your hubby? Hi, Yakin with Sarah. How you doing? Good morning. Just cooking up some potatoes right now, Sarah. We've been making breakfast burritos. And then after that, I'm going to be putting everything together. A little bit of sausage, bacon, some eggs. Alright, so I'm just gonna shred up some cheese. I don't think it's gonna be in camera. see. Yeah. You'll see some of it. Not clear though, like how I wanted it. Oh yeah, you guys are in Vegas, huh, Crystal? I'm not too fond on the Strip. Um, you know, maybe when I was younger, in my 20s, and didn't have any kids and didn't have any significant other. What do we have here? Nana's Cooking Craft Corner. Hey, hi, good morning. How are you doing? But nowadays, I mean, just me and my wife just want to enjoy things, you know. I think that's probably too. I think the Strip would probably be too fast paced for me. Once I started having kids, my clock slowed down quick. You know, I'm just I love the outdoors. I love camping. You know, I just like enjoying things. I mean, if I could just take my kids to a park and just hang out, grill up some hot dogs and burgers, you know, I think that'd be more enjoyable than heading to the Strip. Plus, I'm like impatient sometimes, so having to deal with a bunch of people, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't know if it's like Tijuana. Tijuana, you got people trying to sell you everything. So just to recap, making breakfast burritos. We're gonna be putting in some potato, sausage, and bacon, and then we're gonna be topping it with some cheese and a good salsa. All right, that is looking good. Here, let me see if I can get the right shot on that. I don't know if you can see, I mean, this camera's a decent little camera. Starting to get that brown. But you know, when it comes to cooking potatoes, you just gotta let them do their thing. You know, move them around, that way they don't get stuck. That's why I constantly always move them around. That probably messed up my camera view. Mr. Hard Charger, good morning. Now you just cover them up. You know, let them do the thing. So once they're done, then that's when everything else just comes together because it cooks really fast. And just finish up this cheese really quick. Yeah, that's enough. Cheers, people. Alright. Let me get my chat back up. Give that another couple minutes, then I'll start my bacon and sausage. So I got six eggs. So for this, you know, it's kind of a meal prep, so it is a little bit larger than normally what I would cook. I would probably do half of this. So I got 8 ounces of sausage and about another 8 ounces of bacon that I sliced. I did 2 large potatoes and 2 small sized potatoes. You know what, Chris? I don't doubt that. You know, I feel like I don't know how to cook when I start using a bunch of gadgets, Crystal. I'm not lying. The first time I used an air fryer, I was like, it's not cooking fast, you know. So yeah, it's definitely, you know, gadgets have their like learning curve, and if you can get them down, which you actually have that down. I'm learning though. I'm getting there. Actually, I got a nice air fryer video coming on Wednesday. So yeah, keep out for that one. But yeah, I feel like I don't know how to cook when I start using a bunch of gadgets I've never used before. I mean, I've used all kinds of restaurant equipment, ovens, I mean, you name it, fryers, steamers, sous vides, yeah, pretty much everything, you know. But yeah, it's funny how I had such a hard time cooking something simple on an air fryer. It's not that I was having a hard time, it's just it wasn't getting the temperature that I wanted to get, so it was just kind of frustrating me because I had to keep putting it back in there, and yeah, it was just a pain in the butt. Let's see, how many are you feeding? I have a family of 5, Nana, but I'm meal prepping a little bit, so which I'm going to show at the end. I'm going to be making burritos and putting them in the freezer, so that way, you know, kind of like a little meal tip for viewers, so that way they can do that at home. So that way in the mornings, you know, if they don't feel like cooking, they have a frozen burrito. So I want to say my potatoes are done. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put these over here to the side. And then we're going to get that bacon going. Bacon and sausage. I don't even need oil for this, but I'll just in case I want to get stuck. So I got 6 eggs that I'm gonna be whisking up, which we'll be putting all together pretty soon. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gadgets, Crystal. To be honest, one of the things is I don't have that much space. Okay, let me explain, Crystal. Let me see. I have cabinetry here. This has like sugars and all that stuff. I have my spices. I have another little tiny little spice little drawer here. Cans and something else here, like pastas and stuff. I have like. This is packed with a lot of stuff. I got like spaghetti packets, noodles, and all that stuff up here. Marinara sauces, Alfredo sauces, another like jarred stuff. That's more like a medicine cabinet, vitamin cabinet. And so I have one right here above my refrigerator. That's where I have all my gadgets. I have a little pantry on the side of it, but that's like where we keep our breads and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely, if I could redo this kitchen, I'd probably, I don't know, I'd redo like everything. I'd probably put more cabinetry that way, but yeah, that's why I'm kind of like limited on like all the gadgets that I buy. Yeah, no, I actually do all the cooking. My wife has actually been learning. She's actually, over the years, we've been together for going on our 8th year. Yeah, she didn't cook at all. I actually changed up her whole diet. She was actually, she wouldn't eat no vegetables. She wouldn't eat nothing really. Like it was either like cereal or chicken nuggets, things like that. She just wasn't having it. So yeah, you know, just that changed over time. So yeah, she, you know, once I finally started cooking like really good, like for her. That, you know, because I didn't want to make a meal and then she not eat it. Alright, so we're just putting our bacon and our sausage in here. Woo! Popping. Oh, I got that bacon smell going on. It smells delicious. Got that smokiness. Yeah, as this cooks, it'll start browning up. You'll be able to separate it a lot easier. Put that out there. Let's see. So yeah, the view's good. We're good here. Alright, so once that's done, everything's pretty much easy, or it comes together like really well and quick. Got the potatoes done. That's probably the longest cook right there is the potatoes. But like I said, you could always put the lid on top and it cooks faster. So another little tip there. And then everything else is quick. You know, once this is done, I'm basically gonna put everything with the potatoes, get that heated up again, and then I'm gonna just hit the scrambled eggs. And then after that, we'll just assemble our burritos and then good to go. I hope you guys had your coffee or drinking your coffee. I need some of my delicious coffee. Salud! Nothing wrong with coffee. But if I end up drinking too much, then I'm like all over the place. So I keep it to a 1 cup. Unless I'm like really drained, then that's when the second cup might come in, but usually I'm good with just 1 cup. Looking good. See how everything's starting to break apart? Now that it's cooked. Get that sausage all broken up. Carry on, Jeff and John. How you doing, my friend? Welcome. I hope you like our new setup. Oh yeah, the setup. I got camera here on the food, one on me. Yeah, Crystal, she has crafts too, crafting. It's really cool stuff, especially that I have kids. It's really a really good channel to have. Yes, you gotta have hot sauce. I love hot sauce too. Actually, I make salsa probably twice a week sometimes. So this is one that I made the other day actually. I actually have another one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that one. Where's it at? This one right here I made with chipotle peppers. What I did is I took the chilies and put them on the grill and I smoked them for probably 40 minutes, and of course they were charred and everything. I had garlic out there, I had onion out there, and I had the peppers out there. And so I smoked it for like about 40 minutes, and I am not lying, that is the best salsa I've ever made. But it is hot though, those peppers are kind of hot. But for today, just using my easy old normal kitchen salsa. Alright. I think we're good here. Go ahead and bring this bad boy back over here. Alright, so we got our potatoes. Here, let's test them. Nice and soft. Nice and soft. You know, when you get these little spots where they have the brown, it has a little bite to it, but you want a soft, chewy potato. Alright. Let's go ahead and just bring in some of our, I'm going to try to leave as much fat out. I hear some kids. Hey CJ, good morning my brother. Just doing some breakfast, bro. I want every bit of bacon in there. There, see all the fat that I removed from there? So yeah, that could have been in there. So oh, those smells right there is phenomenal. You got that smoky bacon just hit me in the face. And you got the seasoning from that potato. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Alright, I'm gonna just let this heat back up because once that's done, heated up, I'm gonna hit it with our egg. And then we'll just start making our burritos. We got Snoopy! Hey, good morning, Snoop. Let's see, who else do we have up in here? I should probably bring out that air fryer. Yeah, so I'm going to be cooking one of the burritos just to kind of give you an idea. I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 3 or 4 minutes per side in the air fryer that's not frozen. So when I'm done making my original burrito, I'm going to make a small burrito. I'm going to put it in the air fryer. That way you guys can check that out. That way when you meal prep like this, it just makes it so much easier for yourself. You know, that way you can just go in the freezer, grab the burrito, pop it in your air fryer, or it could be microwave. It doesn't have to be, you know, fried. And then that way you have your breakfast. You know, it works really good too, you know, if you're really busy. You know, me, I'm Monday through Friday, I'm busy. Gotta get to work. Now that the kids are not in school, you know, summertime, it's gonna be a little bit chill because, you know, I could just have the nanny make breakfast. Thank you, Carry On Chef John. We got Stan Leroy. You know, I was gonna put on music, but I'm not sure if I played music from my laptop, it would go out in the stream. So yeah, that's why I held off. I didn't want to be like too loud and like chaotic for you guys to hear like the music and probably not hear me. All right, we are golden right here. Looks like we're up to temp on the pan. Let's put on our lovely eggs here. Super quick. And once you're at this point, everything is super quick. You just want to incorporate that egg in all of the potatoes and all the sausage. You want to kind of see like a gooey glaze over it, so that's kind of like what you want to see for when you start mixing it. And then once you see all that, then just go ahead and let it cook. It'll do its thing. Let's see, catch up on some comments here. Oh, thank you, Nana. You know, actually bringing that up, I've always been like wanting to express my food to the world. You know, I wanted to actually own restaurants, but I think financially it's not a good, for me and where I live, it's not a good fit to invest into a bunch of restaurant equipment or try to open a business. After that kind of became not an option, I started thinking about doing like cooking classes. But unfortunately, like the programs here, they're kind of limited on what they can do. I mean, especially young people. Young people nowadays, you know, they just don't learn how to cook. And I think that would be awesome to be able to get out there for, you know, young adults, even, you know, young women, even young males. I mean, I'm a father. I got to learn how to cook for my kids, you know. Teach these kids something, and that was something I was trying to work with a program out here in our county. They just didn't have the budget. You know, I told them I would do it and basically volunteer, and no money at all. You know, I would just volunteer, just, you know, just to have that urge of like teaching somebody how to cook. But they couldn't find it in their budget to buy the equipment and stuff like that. You know, because I'm not gonna bring it out of my pocket. You know, especially if I'm working a little bit more than a minimum wage job at that time. I'm not gonna pay for things. I mean, I would donate that. I would volunteer my time and services you know, just to teach the class, you know, but at least they provide the equipment. But yeah, that didn't go out, so that's where my YouTube channel came about. I want to teach the people, you know, how to make food. Cooking is not hard at all. It's not. You know, it's more, I look at it more practice at first, you know, because I come from a background with a lot of, you know, women that do a lot of cooking. My mom, you have my grandma, both grandmas, you know, my grandma on my father's side, Mexican, traditional Mexican dishes. My mother, my grandmother on my mom's side, you know, they have a wide range of like southern dishes, Eastern, like Russian, Ukraine type dishes. Yeah, I'm just a mutt. Just put it like that. I'm a mixture of everything. So yeah, you know, watching all my aunts on my mom's side cook, watching all my aunts and my grandma and everybody cooking, you know, it becomes practice because you just watch them do it and you do it and try it out, and you know, once you get to that point where you already know the recipe, then you start kind of playing around with things. And that's pretty much where I started off at, like in my 20s. I started messing around with flavors, taking things that are traditional recipes, and my mom hates that. My mom hates that I take traditional recipes and I make a twist on it. But they come out good. That's what I don't understand. But yeah, she hates that I do that. But yeah, that's where my whole cooking came about. You know, the women in my family. So that's where I like really learned a lot of recipes. But especially watching, you know, my grandma's. Let's see who we got. We got Meathead. Hey, good morning, Meathead. Welcome to the live, brother. All right, so I got a cast iron griddle that I'm gonna be heating up. Medium heat, because these things do, once they get temperature, they stay hot. And then from there, we're gonna be making our breakfast burritos. Let me squeeze in my air fryer. Oh, AB, my new little toy. All right, let me put on the big one. Let me see. Let me put on. Okay. This is my thumbnail, my photos. This is gonna be like my photography board. It's actually a Pioneer Woman board. My wife had told me about it. I didn't know what she was talking about. I accidentally put a scratch on there. I'm not gonna be using it for like cutting, but I really dig the color of this, and that's what, like, I was telling my wife, like kind of what type of color I wanted, you know, for a cutting board. And she said that she's seen one at Walmart, but they didn't have it. So she actually ordered it through Amazon. I actually think it's in my description. Yeah, it's a Pioneer Woman Cowboy Rustic Acacia. I don't know how to say that word. Wood cutting board. So she ordered that off of Amazon. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, night and day. Pictures on this thing are way different. Not like that, yeah, way different. So, especially with a little bit of lighting, I'm really loving this board. You know, it's got like awesome color. You know, it's got that natural look. You know, you got dark side a little bit over here, a little bit light. So, yeah, really digging this. Let's see, let me go back to my chat since I opened up the. Yeah, you know, I was actually gonna ask you about that. Yeah, because I noticed, I could tell, like, I feel like splinters as I rub against it, AB. So yeah, I guess any type of oil matter, because I've never really messed with like natural wood cutting boards, just like the cheap little set that you buy from Walmart. Hey, it's coming up right now. I'm just waiting on this thing to heat up. Here, let me touch my griddle. All right, we good. I actually need some space. Let me move this air fryer. I need some assistance. Let's see, right here. Wax paper. You're wondering why I need wax paper. Let's see. Yeah, so these are about, I want to say about a foot, either 10 inches or 12-inch tortillas. I'd say close to 10 inches. All right, there's tortilla number one. Mineral oil. Okay. Hey, thanks for the tip, meathead. Where did my coffee go? Oh, right here. Let's see, spatula. You know, my mom always flips tortillas like nothing. But I don't have nails, so yeah, she's over here just grabbing it with her hand and flipping it, and I'm sitting here trying to, like a little wuss, trying to get my tortilla flip. Let's see. Alright, that's a perfect spot. There's side number one. It's been a while since I've done a double burrito, or a double tortilla burrito. See if I still got the skills. It's been a while since I've been in a food truck. Oh, it's coming right up right now, Nana. I'm gonna pull up the chat. Yeah, it's coming all together right now. So once I get these tortillas heated up, I'm putting the whole burrito together, and now you can see exactly what I made. Depends on what brand of tortillas you get. Like, these are kind of soft. I could probably get away with not heating them up. But the thing is, some brands of tortillas, like if it's a dry tortilla and they're not heated up, they'll crack. So it kind of just like breaks up your tortilla. All right, so we're good here. Let's start adding some items in the burrito. Yeah, that really all depends on what brand of tortilla. You know, if they use, have a lot of moisture inside the burrito or in the tortilla dough, then it'll be okay. I bet Snoopy's drooling right now. Check it out, Snoop. Where a lot of people make mistakes at is they go too far. They want to keep the stuff more towards like the center of the tortillas. Wish you guys see better. Let me see. I want to burn my camera. Let's see, how's that look? Perfect. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, you want to leave like a little gap right here on each side. That's where a lot of people make a mistake at. Then they try to roll it and they either probably got too much. But let's go ahead and get some cheese on there. Oh, when I used to work in restaurants, I would take this, put it in the, what's it called? A little like it's like a little oven, and basically just melt all that, and then I would just like throw it in, wrap it and be all nice and melted. Comes out really good. But restaurant business didn't pay me too good, so I had to learn how to fix computers for a living. All right, at this point, let me see. zoom in. I probably would need to practice on that one, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out next time. I don't know how to zoom in my current configuration, but I'll look into how. Alright, salsa is key. Especially this one. This one's got a lot of flavor. Really good flavor. Last week I showed you guys how to make a salsa. Alright, that's gonna do it. Let's get this out of the way. Alright. People have a hard time with this part. You don't have to put anything on the tortilla. If you guys see on the screen what I'm doing, all you have to do is just get it from right here. Okay? If I had a little bit wider of a tortilla, I would feel a little bit more comfortable on rolling it. But in this type of tortilla, there's another brand that I actually buy, and that one is like awesome for making big burritos like that. Let me get my beautiful cutting board here, so that way when you open up, let's see if we can see that. Packed with cheese, bacon, sausage, potato, egg. Yeah, so when you have a busy week, that's exactly what you want to do right there. You want a nice big burrito, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one right here. Let me see, what time is it? 8:04. Let's see what we got in here. Alright, so let me ask. I said I was going to do something for Crystal on the air fryer. You guys want to see that? Hit a 7 in chat if you guys want to see that. Yeah, I'm from California, Nana. Yeah, so type 7 in chat if you want to see that air fried burrito. No? Yeah, no? Yeah, I'll bring it to the side a little bit then. Let's see, put this right here. Yeah, so I have a small version of the air fryer. It's the Nuwave air fryer. I am upgrading because Crystal kind of twisted my arm. My Gadget Kitchen actually twisted my arm and told me I needed a bigger one. So I'm getting the 6-quart. There's another brand that I was looking at, so I'm not sure. I'm debating between the Nuwave brand or the I think it's Power XL or something like that. Something like that. So let's get a tortilla. So yeah, that's gonna be my new little toy. Now, if I were to do this frozen, now I've already came familiar with my air fryer, so when I do frozen burritos, I cook them for 5 minutes first, flip it, and another 4 minutes. Sometimes 5, depending on, you know, just really depends on what it's made with. But I've never done it on, or you know what, I have done it with, yeah, so it'd be like 3 to 4 minutes actually. Ooh, hot. Yeah, it'd be like 3 to 4 minutes on non-frozen. So we'll put this, let's see what you can see. Okay, yeah, you see what I'm doing. Yeah, same thing, just smaller version, right? You've got everything right here in the middle. And then we're gonna add some of our cheese. I'll probably give this one to the kids, so I'm not gonna put the salsa. So now you guys kind of see like what exactly I do, why I make so much salsa, because that way I put it on my food and not the kids' food. There's two ways you can wrap. You can wrap like this, or how they taught me at the restaurant. So you fold first, roll over, squeeze in, and just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my air fryer. We're gonna put this in there. Let's see, where's my spray? Right here. Just spray it a little bit. That way it crusts up that tortilla. Set it to 380, and we're gonna do 4 minutes. Actually 3 minutes. Then I give it a flip. So 3 minutes flip, and go from there. Starving now. Let's see, Northern Ontario. Hey, we got Scott from in for the grill. How you doing, buddy? Welcome, man. Now it's kind of like break time, you know. Now that I'm caught up on cooking and stuff, let's turn off the burner. Hi, Deborah. Good morning. Let's see here. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I think I seen you earlier. Scott, I'd seen you earlier. Just, you know, back and forth with this cooking stuff. You know, cooking stuff. We taking our time. So I think I spoke. Chris, are you still in here? Mike at your kitchen? I think you are. All right. I'm gonna be looking at an air fryer that costs $150. Is there any specific one in that price range that you would suggest? Because I know you know your thing, so that's why I would, you know, I'll take all the advice from you, because I don't use that many gadgets. The only time before I got the air fryer, the only thing that I actually used was a crock pot that I rarely used. Yeah, 2 hours away. So the only thing I've ever used was a crock pot that I rarely used, and that's only to do long. Say if I'm like craving like a pulled pork sandwich or a pulled chicken sandwich that I don't feel like being outside and it's 115 degrees outside, that's the only time I would use the crock pot or whatever my wife or my mom wanted to make. And then maybe 2 to 3 times a year I use my roaster. The roaster gets used for Thanksgiving, so that's one day, and then the other times would probably be for like parties. You know, I'm making like something big, you know, and I'm not getting the house all hot. So those are the only gadgets I use, besides the microwave. That'll work. All right, let's take a pig shot. Actually, our burrito's about to get flipped right now. No. Where I live, it's so hot. I've tried several times of like making my wife, and she loves gardens. Unfortunately, it's too hot here. I've tried several times, and maybe one plant might survive the summer. Then it'll hit winter time, and then for some reason, winter time, that it just ends up dying on me. So I haven't actually been successful on getting a garden set up for my wife. Yep, I gotta start it all over. I'll put that on 4 minutes. So I haven't really been able to have a good, decent garden for my wife. I've spent a lot of money on plants in the past. Let me see, we've owned this house for 3 years. So in the past 3 years, I've bought so many plants and they've all died. I think the only thing that stayed alive was the The aloe vera plants. I mean, it's like a cactus, so that's like the only thing that's yeah. Got no pants on. Okay. What y'all talking about? You know, it's probably different parts of California that you're seeing those channels, because actually, if I drove 2 hours from here, you have San Diego. It's a really beautiful area. Things grow really good. My aunt's house, really, really good garden. Hey, you know what, Scott? It's different, man. Compared to my first lives. Actually, you know what? Go to my first video I tried making, man. Just watch it. I don't care if you watch the whole thing. I just want you to see how camera shy I was. Like, literally, I remember that day clearly. It was the day I shot my first video. I wanted to come outside and be like the most extravagant, you know, guy on the grill and this and that. And I was thinking all this stuff that I was going to talk about in that video. As soon as I set up everything and turned on that camera, I got stuck. I don't, you know, it becomes practice, you know. Definitely been putting in a lot of work, so I'm kind of getting used to cameras in front of me. If you told me 5 months ago or 6 months ago that, hey, you're gonna be doing YouTube in front of a camera, I'd be like, yeah, you're crazy. But things change, man. You know, sometimes you have to change to adapt to what you're doing, so it's working out. You have a $93 air fryer, but how big is it though, Crystal? See, that's the thing. Like, okay, I did chicken wings and hot wings wings last night, so I only fit 10. But I'm looking at some of these other videos where they're fitting in like 7 or 8 per side, and like, you know, flat and even. So that's kind of like why I want to look into a bigger one. I know it's gonna be super bulkier, but just for the sake of cook wise, you know, that way I can kind of push out a little bit more food than actually, you know, yeah, so that way I can make more food. That way I'm not like spending the whole time cooking. .8 quart. Okay, yeah, that's kind of like what I'm looking at. I'll send you a message on Facebook. And then that way you can give me the brand and I could go look for it. Or if it's on Amazon or whatever, don't matter. Just shoot me the link or whatever and check it out. A parody video? You know what would be an odd... you know what I can put out? I can tell you that right now. I could put out probably 5 blooper videos. Yeah. I think once I get like to the point where I have no content, because I'm always thinking of things to make, and then, you know, I'll get fixated on one idea, and then all of a sudden I go shoot it, and then all of a sudden I end up getting another idea, and then I end up shooting that, and then that ends up being the video instead of the other one that I shot. So I got a lot of videos that put away. So if I start running out of content, oh, it crashed on me. It folded up on me. Oh, that's a fail. See, I need to learn how to use an air fryer. Perfect example. Look how horrible that is. Ouch. Ah. Well, it's crispy, but just unfolded. Yes, Nana, I do a live stream every Saturday morning. I do a recorded. I'm gonna start doing a recorded video only on Wednesdays. But every Saturday, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, I'll be doing a live stream on Saturday mornings. Unless something comes up, you know, wife wants to go out. I know we have a camping trip, so that weekend I'm not gonna be. No, I don't think I might have cell service, even if I wanted to do that. Plus, I don't want to bother the other campers too, making a bunch of noise trying to make a breakfast. So I'll just probably record that weekend. But yeah, every Saturday morning, I do a live stream. And I made a decent burrito, but I kind of killed it on this air fried one. Yeah, it's like it opened up. If it could have just stayed, yeah. Crystal, you gotta teach me that. See, I could cook my butt off, but when it comes to these gadgets, I'm just like all over the place. So, recap, got an awesome burrito that I'm about to dive into. Let me show you guys before I close it up. I know we're over the hour. It seems like the more I get comfortable with these things, the more the time is going to be going over. Alright, so we got the... It might help if I can see the screen. Yeah. Breakfast burrito. Again, breakfast is the most important meal of your day. Even like in just in this case where I made extra. I know I'm not gonna go through all this with my kids, but like if you could learn how to do a better air fried burrito than me, by all means, that'll save your day. But I can take that same burrito, throw it in the freezer, and fry it, or I can also heat it up in the microwave. So that way the next morning you're not rushing to work, and then you got breakfast. All you gotta worry about is making your coffee, and you're good to go. You gotta learn to barbecue. Hey, good morning, welcome. Hey, thank you, Burning Rubber. Alright, so I'm going to close it out. I want to thank all of you for stopping by. I hear my kids. That's kind of cool. This is actually better than having my cell phone. So, I have my kids waking up. I already got a feeling you're going to start hearing, Daddy, this and that. Once I ask them to eat, like, hey, what do you guys want to eat? They're going to be like, nothing. So, I'm going to have to butter them up to try to eat a burrito. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Next Saturday, I'll be here 7 in the morning, Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm not familiar with time zones, so bear with me. But yeah, I live in California. 7 a.m. Pacific time is when I'm going to be shooting, so just check your times. I got a video coming out next Wednesday. And that's pretty much it. Hey, for all you fathers, have a happy Father's Day. And all you mothers, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend with your husband or significant other, baby daddy, whoever the situation is. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. See, the cool thing is I could just hit a button and it's